Alright guys, here we are again today. This is a post-work ride. I'm just now leaving Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom side. So hopping on to World Drive, merging on, full throttle, tuck position, leaning pretty far down and forward as I can. So I do slide back as far as I can also in my seat so I can tuck down, tuck position. But I did top right here, 49 miles per hour, so pretty sweet. But there's a very strong crosswind coming from my right, almost 90 degrees crosswind, about 12 mile an hour. So that's definitely affecting duration on top speed and increased top speed. A lot of cars passing through, mix of tourists and locals. It was the end of the day for work. You can see the monorail on the left hand side of my riding position. This first exit coming up on the right is typically a route I take, still highway or 3 cross lanes for traveling within the theme parks. That takes you to Epcot Center. Kind of loop back off that and get back onto that same road, heading towards Home Point or back onto this main World Drive. Actually, I'm going to go full distance to the end of this road, World Drive, which takes me to Celebration Town, Celebration Community in Kissimmee, just right off 192. So first time doing this ride, total distance one way is about 12 miles from my house, so full throttle for 12 miles. Turn around and come back, still had 70% battery again remaining on the ride. You can see me approaching the first exit, or the second exit, which will be the Coronado Springs side. Right there on the left are the solar panels, like I mentioned before, that Disney has to generate their own electricity. So crossing underneath the street sign, so it's Coronado Springs, which takes you towards like the Disney Boardwalk, Coronado Springs Beach Club, and off to Western Way, that direction. Here's now a time lapse sped up. I think it's 6 times the speed, normal speed. So traveling along, we are gonna soon right alongside of Disney's Hollywood Studios. You can see the backlot of the Star Trek land. Here's the entrance coming in, and of course the exit. Lots of cars here exiting onto 192. That's like tourist section / residential. Crazy. I would not want to live there. I'm sure it's an extra hour drive on your commute. A little bit further down, I will approach another exit for I-4, Interstate 4, which takes you either to Orlando, downtown side, Daytona Beach, or towards Tampa. You see some minimal clouds overhead, still full throttle. I think at this point I'm around 85% battery. It does recover. I went all the way to downtown Celebration, took some pictures, spun around and came back. I believe the total ride was under an hour again. So tuck position. I'm trying to rest my helmet on my hand there. Leaning forward again. That windshield mount, that windshield in front, does help. Helps deflect the wind. Temperatures are still very nice in the mid-70s. Temperatures do help the batteries push out all those amps. Here's that exit, Interstate 4. Like I mentioned, towards Orlando. You can head towards the airport, International Airport. Again, it's a bunch of cars, so I'm trying to stay far left as I can. Watch out for any vehicles that may jump out at me, like this guy. Did a U-turn. Of course, there's always a handful of drivers entitled that try to cut in last minute onto the right to get in. I always try not to let them in and honk at them. I mean, they probably do that every day. Ridiculous. All right, here we are. You can go either west towards Tampa or east towards Orlando, Daytona Beach. Like this guy. I'm hitting my horn. Horn's pretty loud. All right, almost to Celebration Town. I am cruising. This lane I'll eventually have to merge over. I do have those 2 new mirrors, round mirrors, very nice. You can see all the blind spots. Here you can take a peek left and right. You can see that same traffic situation. It is just insane, bumper to bumper at a crawl. All right, I am using the Insta360 camera. It's the X2 model. Looks like they stopped making that model. I better buy some more batteries before they run out of those. Super fun, good clarity. It does film in 5K, but I do render it down to 4K, 80 millibit speed. Bitrate, 80 millibit bitrate. Alright, I'm going to swing left here and cruise along. It's still another maybe 2 miles of downtown Celebration. On the right hand side are a bunch of retail and Celebration high schools there. Now straight ahead is a wall now. There used to be there's still a retention pond behind that fence right there, and every year they're missing people, like tourists coming to town, and they can't find them. They're gone for 6 months or years, and they discovered a bunch of cars in the pond, unfortunately. Pretty sad. Most likely either it's pitch black, they didn't see the dead end there, or they could have just been intoxicated. There's been cars full of people in it. And unfortunately, they found them, so it's pretty deep where they drowned, unfortunately. So this is now Celebration Town. You can see this is one of the sections on the right. These look like mainly condos, and there's going to be more businesses on the left. Kind of on those businesses on the left, you can see the architecture is Art Deco. Very interesting. Not my cup of tea, but it's what they have here. And then when you get into the main housing area, the residential there, a mix of condominiums again and homes, very big mansions, beautiful homes. I think they have 2 golf courses. I have not played golf here yet, but it does look like a sweet area to play. If you keep going straight, you'll hit Celebration Hospital. It's Advent Health Celebration. You'll also hit more outlets, retail, lots of restaurants, attractions. There's a bunch of attractions there, like Fun Spot. And then you can keep going to Disney World or Sports and those theme parks on that end for Disney. Okay, now I'm making a right onto one of the main entrances into the heart of Celebration Town. So this community is a Disney World community built back in, I think it was the early 90s. It was designed for Disney, probably executives or mid-level management. And mainly their animators lived here. So after a while, they shipped all the animators back to Disney. I think it's Anaheim Park. So I'm sure there's still employees that live here. And like I mentioned in my other video, this town does have very nice events. One of our favorites coming up in a couple weeks is the Exotic Car Show Festival. All of the exotic cars by owners and dealerships attend, show off the cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, Aston Martins. Aston Martins are very nice. I do like the Maseratis. I think that has the sporty SC model. I mentioned it was the SC2 Aston Martin, but it's the Maserati. Pretty sweet. I did stop here on the waterfront. And that's the end of the video. And I'll show you the next clip on the way back.